Imagine sitting on a small plane, relaxing during a normal flight. Then suddenly, the pilot slumps over the controls, unconscious. No co-pilot, no train crew, just you, and a plane thousands of feet in the air. This actually happened in 2022, and what happened next shocked everyone. A normal flight. It was supposed to be a quick flight over Florida. A small turboprop aircraft climbed into the sky. Inside the plane was a passenger named Darren Harrison. He wasn't a pilot. He wasn't a student pilot. He had zero flying experience. To him, airplanes were just something you sat in, but in just a few minutes. That would completely change. The moment everything changed, something suddenly went wrong. The pilot began acting strangely. Then, without warning, he collapsed. The plane was still flying, but the only person left capable of doing anything was Darren. The cockpit in front of him looked terrifying. Hundreds of buttons, screens, controls. He had no idea what any of them did. But one thing was clear. If he did nothing, the plane would eventually crash. The call that shocked air traffic control. Darren grabbed the radio, his voice shaky, his heart racing, and he said something no controller ever expects to hear. My pilot has gone unconscious, and I have no idea how to fly the airplane. For a moment, the air traffic controller paused. Then he realized something unbelievable. A complete beginner was now flying a plane. Guidance from the ground. The aircraft was a Cessna 208 Caravan. Powerful, heavy, and definitely not designed for beginners. But the controller stayed calm. Just keep the wings level. Look outside the window. Follow my instructions. Step by step. Darren slowly started learning how to fly, thousands of feet above the ground, with zero training. The hardest part, flying the plane, was only half the battle. Landing it was something even trained pilots practiced for months. The runway at Palm Beach International Airport was now in sight. The controller gave Darren the final instructions. Reduce the power. Keep the nose steady. Let the plane glide down. The ground was rushing closer. Too fast. Too real. One mistake could destroy everything. The moment of truth. The runway filled the windshield. The wheels touched the ground. For a moment, no one knew what would happen. Then the plane rolled forward. Safe. A passenger with no flight training had just landed a plane. Emergency crews rushed to the aircraft. The pilot received medical attention, and Darren Harrison stepped out, still in shock, still processing what had just happened in a moment of crisis. An ordinary passenger became the pilot, and somehow did the impossible.